5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start. Culture is changing throughout the world in ways that are both visible and subtle. This transformation is being driven by a variety of factors including globalization, technological advancement, migration, education, and the growing influence of mass media. Traditions, beliefs, values, languages, clothing styles, food habits, art forms, and social practices are evolving as societies interact more closely than ever before. This cultural shift is not confined to any one region or group. It is a global phenomenon touching every corner of the earth. In earlier times, cultures developed in relative isolation. People lived in closely knit communities where traditions were passed down from generation to generation with little outside influence. Elders were seen as the custodians of culture, and their knowledge was preserved through oral stories, rituals, and shared practices. However, this slow and steady cultural evolution has given way to rapid change due to increased global connectivity. One of the most significant drivers of cultural change is globalization. As people and goods move freely across borders, so do ideas, languages, customs, and lifestyles. A young person in one country can now watch the same films, listen to the same music, wear the same clothes, and use the same digital platforms as someone on the other side of the planet. This interconnectedness has created a shared global culture that is often shaped by consumer trends and media influences rather than by traditional customs or local practices. Technology plays a major role in this cultural transformation. The Internet, social media, and smartphones have allowed people from different backgrounds to interact in real time. Cultural practices that once seemed distant or unfamiliar can now be explored with a few clicks. People are exposed to new ideas and ways of life on a daily basis, leading to the blending and reshaping of cultural identities. Technology has also changed how culture is produced and consumed. Music, film, literature, and art are now shared globally in digital formats, making it easier for cultural expressions to reach wider audiences. Migration is another important factor contributing to cultural change. As people move from one region to another in search of better opportunities or due to conflict and environmental challenges, they bring their cultural beliefs and traditions with them. In multicultural societies, this often leads to a fusion of cultures where elements from different traditions are combined to create something new. While this enriches the cultural landscape, it can also lead to tensions as communities struggle to find balance between preserving their heritage and adapting to new surroundings. Education has also influenced cultural change. As more people receive formal education, especially in urban areas, they are introduced to new philosophies, values, and worldviews. This often leads to questioning of traditional beliefs and a shift towards more individualistic thinking. In many parts of the world, younger generations are choosing careers, lifestyles, and relationships that differ significantly from those of their parents or grandparents. These choices reflect a changing cultural mindset that values personal freedom and self-expression. The influence of mass media cannot be overlooked. Television, cinema, and digital platforms shape public opinion and cultural preferences. They introduce audiences to different languages, styles, customs, and moral codes. Popular culture, especially in music and fashion, has become a powerful force that transcends national and cultural boundaries. It affects how people dress, speak, and even think. While this creates a sense of global unity, it can also dilute local traditions and languages, leading to concerns about cultural loss. One visible sign of changing culture is in the way people dress and present themselves. Traditional clothing, once worn with pride, is often replaced by modern, global styles. Young people in many countries prefer jeans, t-shirts, and sneakers over traditional garments. While this can be seen as a form of modernization, it also raises questions about cultural identity and the importance of preserving heritage. Food habits are also evolving. Traditional meals are being replaced by fast food and international cuisine. Global food chains are now common in cities and even in some rural areas. While this exposes people to different tastes and culinary styles, it can also lead to the decline of local food traditions and practices. Moreover, the rise of processed food has health implications, especially in communities that were once based on natural and home-cooked diets. Language is another area where cultural change is evident. Many local languages are in danger of disappearing as people adopt more widely spoken languages for education, business, and communication. This trend, while beneficial for global communication, leads to the loss of unique cultural expressions, stories, and ways of thinking that are embedded in local languages. Efforts are being made in some regions to preserve endangered languages, but the challenge remains significant. Family structures and social relationships are also undergoing change. In traditional societies, extended families lived together and played a central role in shaping the values and decisions of their members. Today, nuclear families are becoming more common, and individual decision-making is more widely accepted. This shift is changing the dynamics of family life, including how children are raised, how elders are cared for, and how responsibilities are shared. Religious and spiritual beliefs are evolving as well. In some societies, traditional beliefs are being reinterpreted in light of modern knowledge and values. In others, secular thinking is on the rise, especially among younger generations. Religious practices are being influenced by modern lifestyles, and in some cases, they are being replaced by new forms of spirituality or personal belief systems. Despite all these changes, culture is not disappearing. It is adapting, reshaping, and transforming in response to new realities. While some fear the loss of traditional values and identities, others see cultural change as a natural and necessary process. It allows societies to remain dynamic, inclusive, and relevant in a rapidly changing world. Cultures that are open to change often find new strength in diversity and innovation. Preserving cultural heritage in the midst of change is important. Museums, cultural festivals, and education can help keep traditional practices alive. Stop.